Welcome to a special presentation of a new episode of Coming Out with Liz and Eddie. I'm Elizabeth Lyuk.
And I'm Eddie Connor. And in this episode, we're taking you deeper into the core essence of appreciation, how it creates the life you want. And as Liz is going to share with you in this episode, whatever you put your appreciation attention on gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Right, Liz?
That's right, Eddie.
Stay tuned. You don't want to miss it.
You don't.
What a lot of people don't realize is that appreciation is the single greatest tools that we as humans have to communicate with the other side.
Oh, explain yourself, Edward.
And we're off.
And we're off.
I think I'm going to go back to whenever I was a kid. We grew up in a real volatile household. It was poverty everywhere, super, super poor. And I had this weird knack to, I just organically appreciated things. So my mama had 3 brothers and a twin sister in spirit that we played together all the time. And so mama would fuss at Bobby and Terry and Doodlebug, and she'd be like, why can't you be more like your brother? He can find a stick in the yard and play with it for 8 hours. Get your ass outside and play. Because I appreciated the grass. I appreciated being out in the yard. I appreciated the trees. I would just sit and listen to the wind blow through the trees. I would sit with my feet in the creek when we moved to that trailer park when I was 4.5 years old. I had this organic ability to appreciate. And what it did was it literally, like Star Trek, transported me out of an physical environment of poverty, and it lifted me up here so that I had the eyes and ears of my soul essence to see and hear the world around me. So I wasn't restricted to just seeing lack or poverty or being poor. I was elevated through the eyes of appreciation to feel connected and seen and heard from the spirit world or from non-physical. And that, for me, was the reason appreciation set the tone for me from the time I was a little boy. I know it's one of the purest tools. Now, we talked about on other podcasts, joy, getting back to peace and calm in a great state of being. For me, appreciation is the fast track to throw the doors and windows of your soul wide open.
To connect with the universe, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I agree. Appreciation is really important. Appreciation is like, so how would you qualify that? Appreciation, is that thank you? Is that gratitude? Is that pulling yourself back? And how would you qualify that? Because I look at appreciation and I'm going like, it's like I'm seeing something that I've seen a million times for the first time, and I understand what it is.
Give me an example.
Like I look at
Pee Wee Herman.
No, I like Pee Wee though.
I do too.
Yeah, I like Pee Wee. He was our neighbor. But if I look at, like, say for example, I look at the bamboo plants in our backyard, and I'm looking at them while I'm watering them, and I'm going, they're really something. And then it triggers a memory when we're at the top of Machu Picchu, and what do I see? Bamboo trees.
Oh yeah,
they're beautiful. In the middle of Peru, and I'm going like, oh my God, amazing. So it's like I'm seeing something, and I'm recalling, and I have this energy of appreciation, giving a quality of gratitude. So I guess it's a quality of gratitude, right?
It is. I'm the acronym junkie, and I have an acronym I play with called TAGS, TAGS, which means Thanksgiving, appreciation, and gratitude send soul signals. So the bamboo here question, just fun, energetic.
Yeah.
Can the bamboo here in your backyard communicate with the bamboo on Machu Picchu?
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's earth.
It is earth. It's consciousness.
It's global.
It's a living, breathing, alive thing that has invisible energy in it more than it has the physicality we see and hear with our eyes and ears.
Yeah, because we're in the third dimension. So we may not be aware of it. Some people are, but we're not. I mean, I can't say I am, but
you're aware.
But some people are.
Well, and awareness, for me, so you can. Thanksgiving is not a vocal thing, and Thanksgiving isn't a physical thing. It's not a word. I call that vibratory vocabulary here. Saying thank you is a feeling, and the more pure the feeling of gratitude, thanksgiving, or appreciation you have, the more expanded your invisible feelings get, your frequencies, your vibration, and that's what people are responding to, connecting to.
Yeah, because it raises your energy. It reaches out. It expands. Because when you're feeling expansive, everyone else is feeling expansive. That's the trigger. It's like, when I am, you are. So therefore, as I change it for myself, I change it for everyone else.
Are you trying to say that appreciation is contagious?
Yes, and that we're all connected.
We are all connected.
Yeah, exactly.
So with Thanksgiving and appreciation and gratitude, how it sends a soul signal is the non-physical world. Could you imagine being our spirit guide sitting up in heaven going, girl, I had a hard day with Liz today. When you appreciate something, our loved ones, spirit guides, angels, master teachers, the entire non-physical world experiences your light pulsating.
Absolutely.
So the more you appreciate something or any happy, high frequency feeling, appreciation, especially because it's so high, fast, and pure, the longer you appreciate anything, the brighter your inner light gets. And the universe doesn't hear your words. It doesn't communicate with you through words. It communicates with you through the frequency of the words you're using that you feel in your heart and your solar plexus.
So again, vibration and frequency.
Every single time.
Every single time.
Remember the cartoon, The Peanuts?
Yeah.
And remember whenever an adult or a teacher would talk to Charlie Brown or Lucy? I hated Lucy.
I didn't have a judgment there. Go ahead.
Well, I did. Because first of all, I was mad at Charlie Brown for being dumb enough to believe that she wasn't going to jerk the football away from him.
That's true.
And then him have to go see a chiropractor. Because, that head was not small. He was having trouble toggling that thing around to start with. But whenever the teachers would talk to the students, it would sound like wah, 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 wah.
Yeah.
That's exactly how we sound to non-physical.
Probably.
We just sound like a wompity womp 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 mess. However, the invisible world, which is 100% invisible, it's responding to our invisible frequency, our thoughts, our vibration. And that's the great thing about this being an ultimate appreciation topic, because it's the thing that can fast track you from poverty to prosperity, from child, my boyfriend done left me, to this ice cream is delicious. That got me in a lot of trouble.
Well, also people, are feeling sad or depressed or, believe me, I'm not a doctor by any means, but it does help if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling as if you can't handle something right now, this act of appreciation. Like, for example, I can say, look at my grandson. Mm-hmm. I could be in a dither about something. I can be in a dither about something and I'm going like, oops, I did it again.
Oh.
And I look at him and I'm just going like, that's real. It kind of refocuses you. And what's to be gratitude for.
Out,
I know,
you're going to be using him to feel good all the time. He's going to be like, get away from me, Grandma.
Away, Grandma.
What does he call you?
Lola.
Oh, does he talk yet?
No.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But he calls her Lola.
Lola, in my mind.
Well, in your heart.
In my
yeah.
Yeah.
In your vibration.
Well, okay, let's use why don't you give an example of like appreciation, like in a practical sense. how would you feel using appreciation, the energy of appreciation, to uplift your energy?
Well, what's a good category? That's okay.
Excuse me.
Hairball. What's a good category for that? Let me think. I'm really good at it.
You're really good.
I mean, there's an echo in the podcast today.
No, it's true.
Let me say it again. I'm really good at it.
You're really good at it.
See? It's like deja vu.
Right?
I'm really good at it. Oh, my spirit guides are dead.
Well, like if, let's say, for example, you go out somewhere and you receive something that's not quite what you expected. You're expecting for that promotion, and then you actually got talked down to.
Oh, I thought you meant like sexually transmitted.
No.
Okay.
So like that. And you're just going like, huh.
So
what would you do?
Repeat it?
Okay. For example, let's say you're being called to the office.
Okay.
And and you've been working your behind off, whatever. And you're expecting, wow, they must be going to give me a promotion or,
oh my God,
or whatever.
This happened to me twice in my life, and both times I got fired.
So you understand. So that's the scenario. How would you use the energy of appreciation to uplift the energy?
Today,
yeah.
Back then, I was devastated.
But knowing what you know now.
Well, that's why I worked for myself for the last 30 years.
Okay, so
because those two experiences where I worked this hard and made this much money,
yeah,
and then was fired for being gay, which had
that's
nothing
terrible.
to do with
your ability.
Exactly, and I was winning awards left and right for top producer, team player. I was. And then you're fired for something that has nothing to do with your work ethic and your performance. So it messed me up so bad because my entire identity was wrapped into being a good worker.
Yes.
So when they let me go, I was like, wait a minute, who am I? I don't want to be known on my headstone as being a good worker.
Exactly.
I want to be known.
Because once you're gone, they're going to find somebody else to put in its place.
That's true. And nobody remembers the work. They remember how you treated them.
Absolutely.
And that was my wake-up call. And so then I went into work for myself, and I have for 30 years now, almost 30 years. And what now, if that happened to me today, I would be absolutely grateful. And this is the truth. It took me because I was let go of my fired, gosh, it was in the 90s.
Yeah.
And then got to where I'm at now. It was in the early 90s, late 80s. I eventually, the second time it happened, I was like, I was authentically grateful because it was like, now I can put 100% of my energy in my life purpose.
Exactly.
Not do it. Listen, girl, listen, let me tell you.
Okay, you tell me. Tell me, Eddie.
I don't tell.
Tell me, Eddie.
I worked 40 plus hours a week as a visual marketing
Probably
designer.
longer knowing you.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Especially during the holiday seasons, any holiday. So it's 40 plus hours a week in my corporate job as a visual marketing director, which is a fancy word for window witch. I dress mannequins in department store windows. Call me Rhoda Morgenstern. Okay. They didn't like it when I wore the scarf. I could tell you that on the head. And then I would leave there 5 nights a week and go where? Teach dance classes till 8 and 9 and 10 o'clock at night. And then what I do on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and sometimes on Thursday, I would be the coat check girl at the nightclub. And then I would get somewhere between 3 and 5 hours of sleep a night. And then on the weekends, before I had to go to the club, and when I wasn't teaching dance classes or in dance competitions, I was doing this. And what ended up happening is in corporate America, on my lunch break, the authorities would come and say, "Child, I heard you did psychic readings and stuff." And I was like, because I'm like, I'm going to get fired.
Yeah, exactly.
But this was my boss and their boss and their boss. Yeah. And then on my lunch break only, I would do little readings for them. And then this purpose-driven thing I appreciated and was thankful for and grateful for that I have always been, since as long as I can remember, this person who likes to connect to non-physical. And it's the thing I am most happy and grateful about in my entire life. Flipped my whole world happily upside down. And then I've been doing this ever since. So I did finally get to the second time it happened where I was authentically, sincerely grateful with no resistance, because now I could literally do this. And you know what you said to me the other day? She don't remember. I'm going to remind her right now.
Okay.
You know what you said to
what
me
did
the
I
other
say
day?
to you, Edward?
Child, here's what you said.
Okay.
You were talking about the podcast, and you said, it is moving so fast.
Yes.
Things are happening like crazy. It's on 40 plus platforms. The editing is happening, and this is happening, and that is happening, and the research is happening, and blah. And you said it's meant to be. Anything that moves that quick with that kind of delicious, good energy is meant to be.
Yeah.
And that's exactly the way it was back then. I wanted to be Rhoda Morgenstern really bad, but I worked in a textile mill and I was slinging 10 pounds of cheese at Taco Bell. Taco Hell. I'm sorry. And, you know, I liked working in the wonderful world of fast food. Can you tell?
I can tell.
I did. It was delicious, honey. And then the minute I came out of the psychic closet, hence coming out with Liz and Eddie.
Yes.
Literally, the moment I came out as an intuitive, they put me on the radio. They put me on the AM stations. They put me on the FM stations. And the next thing you know, I'm laying in the floor at G105 in Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina at 6 a.m. in the morning with world-renowned psychic Sharon Capehart from Texas, hanging over top of me. And we are transferring the spirit of Nostradamus from spirit into her, into me. And then she's asking Nostradamus inside of me questions in the Bible Belt of North Kakalaki.
I'm sure you got a lot of hate mail.
Well, they threatened to burn my house down and the station. However, the minute I came out of the closet, everything happened. And then Randy brought me out to Los Angeles and put me on Star 98.7. And I've been living here for 27 years since.
Wow.
So where I'm going with you is when you appreciate anything, it is a fast-tracked energy. Now, here's the rub. Look at me. Here to rub. Okay. Here to rub. The rub is you can't be going around going, thank you, girl. Thanks, girl. Thank you, girl. I appreciate it.
You got to feel it.
Boom.
It has to be authentic.
It has. And where do you feel it at?
Your heart.
And?
Your heart. Your solar plexus.
Roll with me. And?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you said it. Solar plexus.
I'm going to slap you.
I know you are. But guess what? I'm going to lean back like this. Ooh, I'm going to do the swivel.
I know.
Oh, this feels
Girl,
good.
I know, right?
Hey,
We've been sitting here a while, okay? I told you I got to get a better chair.
I'm going to date this chair. This chair is going home with me. Okay.
So, but really, I agree with you. So recap what you just said. So it's appreciating, using your heart, an authentic feeling.
Yes, because when you feel it in your heart, in 1/100th of a second, it explodes light inside of the cells of your body.
Yeah,
and every cell in your body is literally a tiny microscopic signal, like a satellite dish, shooting trillions and trillions and trillions of them in your body up into non-physical. So the minute you feel the 100th of a second, you feel appreciation about any subject for longer than 17 seconds at a time, then in your heart, in your solar plexus, the trillions of cells in the body are sending the signal up, and the universe is like, we got a live one down there in the back of a truck. Come on, let's send them some light now. Bam!
Bam.
Bam.
Well, I just think, this is where we're going to disagree on something. Because I don't know if it's our upbringing or how we were brought up in our religion or whatever. We always think of God up there, but I just think it's here.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, you just...
Okay, I'm sorry.
Hey, got it.
Sorry.
Proctology exam.
Right. So anyway, we agree. But you're right. If you appreciate something and it's the opportunity. I like that word when you said it was the opportunity, because it was the opportunity. And thank you, Fatima Abate, who was my teacher for many, many years. And she was, she always said that once you connect all the dots and you're going into your right path, things will just fall away in front of you and to go forward. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. Things are on a fast track, and that's part of it.
Doesn't it feel good?
Yeah.
Well, I remember whether it was, again, in the projects before we moved to the trailer park. We had a creek and everything, so I'm making it sound like it was a fancy trailer park. It wasn't fancy. We had to buy 4 lots just to keep people out of our business. And then we bought the lot that was pushed up against the cow pasture. Note to self, Brahma bulls are faster than they appear.
Brahma bulls are faster than little boys.
Yes, they certainly are. And you can transport, I'm going to do some Abraham for a minute. Is that okay?
You do it. Yeah.
Abraham Hicks.
You do whatever you want, Eddie.
Esther Hicks, a.k.a. Abraham.
Yeah.
Some of us folks call her Esther Ham. Okay. Because she's flawless. Abraham is a group of 100 invisible, non-physical beings of light that come together as one, and they are conscious channeled and or trance channeled through Esther Hicks. And she steps out of her consciousness, allows their consciousness to come through. And Abraham, with people all over the world, and probably out in the cosmos too, helps people stay connected to their source energy. And Abraham will be the first to tell you, we only have one answer. You can ask us whatever question you like, but our answer is feel good.
Yeah.
When you feel good, you're connected. When you feel bad, you're not. Talk about what you don't want, you feel bad. Talk about what you do want, you feel good. So our answers always feel good. But here's the thing with Abraham that I love, 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 love. Abraham says 17 seconds, from 1 second to 17 seconds of feeling good is equivalent to 2,000 human action hours worth of labor expended.
Oh, really?
That is 2,000 action hours worth of labor expended. And 2 sets of 17. If you could go from 1 second all the way up to 17, 18, 19, 20 to 34, the second you hit the 34 mark and you get in 2 sets of 17, that energy becomes exponential. So it goes from 2,000 action hours worth of labor expended for the first 17 seconds. The second 17 seconds jumps up to 20,000 human action hours worth of labor expended. If you get 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, look at me doing math, y'all. I graduated in school in North Carolina. 3, 4, 5. There we go. I hope I did that right.
You did.
3 sets of 17 is 51 seconds. If you can feel good, and right now it's all about appreciation. If you can feel grateful, appreciative, or thankful for anything in the heart and the solar plexus for 51 consistent seconds, at the end, when you hit the 51 mark, the 51 second, 52 second, you are 200,000 hours closer to manifesting a better quality of life or a manifestation that you're looking for. If you can feel tuned in, tapped in, turned on, grateful and appreciative for 68 straight seconds without contradicting it.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you.
If you contradict it,
can you stop it?
Oh, it stops.
No, but I'm just saying, what was an example of stopping it? What can you do to stop it?
First of all, 68 seconds of feeling good for the joy of feeling good will literally put you at the 2 million mark. Wow. So think about it. If you can feel good for 68 seconds an hour, just for the general joy and happiness of feeling good.
Seconds, not minutes.
Seconds.
Yeah.
If you can do 68 seconds every hour of appreciating anything solid, then you are 2 million hours closer to living happily ever after than you would have been if you didn't do any of it. So
that makes sense.
There's such thing as appreciation asphalt.
Yeah.
Because if you're appreciating something and then you freak out and then start fearing it's going to be taken away.
Well, you're going to make it be taken away.
It's going to be taken away.
Yeah.
But you're sending two signals simultaneously in the universe is I love you, abundant self, and I love you, poverty self. I love your rich self, and I love your poor self. I love your high self. I love your low self.
Yeah, you're committing to which one do you commit to more?
And
what's going to happen?
Abraham would say, which side of the stick are you going to pick up?
Yeah.
The side that's poor or the side that's rich?
Yeah.
The side that's good or the side that's bad? Because it's one stick. And there's what you do want on one side and what you don't want on the other. So what you can do easily to appreciate but contradict the appreciation is you just stop feeling good or you get in your head. The left brain is the great mind effer of all things. The right brain the right brain will have you in a threesome with Brad Pitt, Antonio Banderas, and Denzel Washington in 2.5 seconds. I was tuning into Liz. And your left brain would go, in what universe?
Exactly.
When are you going to get them all in the room at the same time? And then what about the probation officer? Okay. So, but the right brain will go there. The heart will go there.
Yeah.
The gut brain will go there. The left brain is like, what about the logistics? And how long is that prison term going to be?
All the details. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how you accidentally contradict your appreciation.
Okay.
Child, please.
Got
Universe don't play. It says, I love you unconditionally.
Yeah.
So what, and don't say your grandbaby.
I know.
Because that's cheating.
I know.
But what can you feel 17 seconds of appreciation for without contradicting it?
For 17 seconds? Are you timing me?
Have you met me? I don't have to time you. I can count on my fingers.
And your toes.
So pick the subject.
And your two toes.
Oh, you're trying to say I have troglodyte feet?
No.
You saw my bare feet the other day. She still loves me.
I still love him. I would say...
Pick the subject first.
Okay, friendship.
Okay, friendship. Okay, and talk about feel friendship for longer than 17 seconds without contradicting it, and go.
Friendship is about communication. It is a soul essence relationship where you can speak your mind at any time and that person gets you. In fact, you don't even have to speak. They will get you. And you can just commune with them and in the same room.
That was 17 seconds.
Yeah. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now,
I was thinking about a particular person.
Okay.
So
Who?
Huh? Who? My one of my best friends.
Okay, I thought she was going to say the grandbaby.
No, I was thinking about Leilani Aquino. It is her birthday today.
Oh.
And she is my dearest friend.
So now describe her and you energetically for 17 seconds. What you love about her, her qualities.
She is righteous, authentic, loving, talented, creative, hardworking.
Now drop down to your feelings.
Yeah. Oh. She loves without any hesitation.
Keep going.
Yeah. She loves without any hesitation, and she feels for everyone. She feels for the globe. She feels for the people in the street. She feels for everyone. But for our friendship,
good.
In all these years, never, not once did she ever not connect.
And so that's really pure. Now I'm going to take it to a different level on purpose.
Okay.
And that is attributes that I felt coming from you when you were speaking it that live in your solar plexus. The attributes that I feel that were coming from you when you were speaking out of the solar plexus was empathy, connection. There is a sense of unconditionality there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Gratitude, real deep conversations. Also laughing so hard 7-Up flies out of your nose.
Yep.
It used to be Coke, but people thought it was Coke, not Coca-Cola. You're both vulnerable in the best sense of the word around each other. You
Absolutely.
have many years under your belt with this friendship, and this friendship feels like more than a friendship. It feels like you've known each other before. Mm-hmm. And so the ultimate appreciation game is about going as deep as you can, 17 seconds at a time, over and over and over until it becomes familiar. Now, listen to the word familiar, sister, girlfriend, diva, goddess, about all this fabulous
Okay,
over
I'm
there.
listening.
Familiar. What are the last 4 letters in the word familiar? What does it spell?
Liar.
Liar. Every family that humans are born into will be told lies based on the lies their parents and their grandparents and their great-grandparents told them. Generational. And it's not deliberate. Well, sometimes it is. Often it's just innocent brainwashing and programming that their parents gave them. So what we don't make familiar enough is how good it feels to be in the emotional, warm waters of gratitude and appreciation.
Yeah.
For the joy of it, for the absolute happiness of it. Instead, we're like being proactive about the problem we have somewhere. And we think about that over and over and over, and we're attracting more of what we don't want by accident.
Well, it could be, these are patterns. So same thing is patterns. And that's why we talk about reframing it. So it's like patterns that you learn generationally from what you learned from your great-grandparents. What you don't know. So from your great-grandparents, your grandparents, your parents, and all of this is imprinted on you as a young child. And so it is up to you, your responsibility, to pull yourself out of that.
That's right. Because before you were born, newsflash, before you were born, you picked your parents.
Absolutely.
You picked the whiny, sucky, bitchy, moany neighbor. You picked the grandma that's going to do an exorcism on you for being a homeless sexual in the South in the 60s.
Don't be telling on yourself.
You picked the birth dad that was going to be a sadist.
Yeah.
You picked all of the crazy good stuff and all the crazy bad stuff from non-physical before you were born and then came into physical. Why? For lots of different reasons, but mostly to experience the contrast, to experience the conflict, and then to use what your soul essence is and rise above it so that you could help other people through your connection with other people. You're not connecting face to face, body to body. You're connecting heart to heart, mind to mind, soul to soul. Yeah. And when you raise yourself up out of it, when you get out of the trailer park child, when you get out of that church where they were going to do a chicken sacrifice, it's like, why would you waste a good chicken? It's Sunday. It's homecoming on the ground. We want some fried chicken. I love me some chicken. Have you? Well, I'm going to go on a coleslaw, potato salad, and chicken fest right here, but you got to have some pecan pie.
Oh, yeah. For sure. I love pecan pie.
It's that time of year almost.
I know.
So it's like, I forgot what I was talking about.
Okay. We're talking about the, you're so grateful for the chicken, the pecan pie, and the, the slaw.
We chose
our parents.
Life. And then the minute you become aware that you picked it, then you are responsible for coming out of it. You can't blame your mama.
No.
You can't blame your daddy.
No.
You can't blame your grandma. You can't blame Joy in the back of that flatbed truck trying to make an extra $10 after school. You take responsibility yourself. And the moment you do that, you're liberated.
Yeah, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity that the reason you chose all these factors and elements in your life, it's the opportunity for you. And these are the elements that you chose, so that when you come to this earth, it will help you to complete your life purpose that you've come here to do. Because you know what you're going to be doing. You don't always get it all done, but you know what you're doing. And it gives you the opportunity to finalize and get what you need to get done. These two parents, uncle, grandparents, whatever, will help you. And that energy will help mold you into that person you are today. Look at Eddie. He's amazing.
Okay, thank you.
No, but truly, I really mean that. You're amazing.
Hold on a second. Thank you, Liz. I love you too.
For sure.
You're so sweet. Thank you.
For sure.
Now, see, I'm playing around, but here's the thing. For real.
For real. Authentic.
when someone is authentically appreciating you,
Yeah.
and you accidentally slap it down,
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
or you don't let it in, or you say something like, Eddie, that's a cute blouse you're wearing today. I'll be like, thank you very much, but I only spent $10 on it at the bargain bin at Target. When you're poor, you learn to say things like Target. I'm not letting it in.
Yeah, you're not.
I am deflecting it, and I am accidentally being disrespectful to the person giving me the compliment.
And you're also telling the universe no.
Yeah, and the universe doesn't even know no.
Yeah.
I'm saying no to this beautiful being.
Yeah.
I'm saying no to my $5 shirt. I'm saying no to the compliment.
So you're breaking the energy.
I'm breaking the energy, and it doesn't get to go back to Liz because
No.
I've just accidentally sabotaged it and hurt her feelings, whether she's cognizant of it or not. And the universe says yes to more situations that are uncomfortable, unfamiliar for me to slap down until you break open and become aware.
And you accept the compliment.
And if you and listen, don't think the universe don't know if you faking accepting it or not. This ain't like a love triangle, honey. You can't fake an orgasm with the universe. It's a real thing. So if I'm faking it going, thank you so much, Liz.
I know.
The universe is like, bitch, you lied.
You lied. We know what we can tell.
And I'm going to get more of the appreciation buzz.
And again, we go back to how you can stop it.
Familiar. We go back to what's familiar. If we don't deliberately hold on to things that feel good, aka that we appreciate on purpose, we will default back to our personalities from birth to 7 years old. Child, we have to do a whole show just on that.
Yeah, we should.
Because whatever you grew up around is who you will be till the day you die, unless
you change it.
You change it. Who's going to change it? My mom and daddy?
No.
The principal, the teacher? The preacher?
You.
The bitch in the back of the truck? Ain't nobody going to change it but me. And then when I change it, who's taking responsibility? I'm taking responsibility. And why do I want to be responsible for how I feel and the quality of my life? Because no one can take it away from us except for us.
Yeah.
And every time you feel appreciation for anything, you come into your whole soul self inside of your physical apparatus. You can be feeling like a hot mess. You can look like you were rode hard and hung up wet. You can look like you just walked out of a fart in a whirlwind factory.
Yeah.
And that you smell not cute enough or anything. And you can be feeling grateful, appreciation, and gratitude. And I'm not kidding. People will respond to you that quick. They'll look past what they see with their eyes and ears. And they'll start responding hand over fist to the energy they feel coming from you, and they will want to connect with you energetically. Why? Because the light in you is waking up and resonating with the light in them, whether their brain knows it or not. Child, I feel like we're in church.
The energy is attracting. It's attractive. And
like attracts like, as Abraham would say.
So it's like, it's attractive. So whatever that is, it will attract. And so therefore, whatever it is, you may not know what it is, but you'll start attracting those things. It's subconscious.
And speaking of attracting, you're tuning in to Coming Out with Liz and Eddie. I'm Eddie Connor.
And I'm Liz Lyuk.
And hence, Coming Out with Liz and Eddie. I just realized I'm slow on the uptake. Good Lord. The title of this particular podcast is called The Ultimate Appreciation Show. And what we're talking about are...
And thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, and I feel that, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I really feel it.
And the reason it's important that you feel it coming from us is because we want that light in us to activate the light in you. And we're going to give you some fun observations and things you can do to be, as Abraham would say, tuned in, tapped in, turned on to the stream of pure positive energy that creates worlds. Because you know what? We don't play on Coming Out with Liz and Eddie.
No, we don't.
We play a little bit.
Somewhat.
So here's some fun facts. Appreciation is absolutely healing to your emotions. True or false?
True.
Appreciation raises your vibration through the roof. True or false?
Are you asking me? Okay, yeah.
I was asking spirit guides, but you can answer. Appreciation is the soul tool or soul essence that changes your life for the better. True or false?
True.
Appreciation is the most emotionally powerful energy that you as a human have.
That's true.
And when you appreciate something, you're actually owning more of your soul power than not. True or false?
True. And I want to say, everyone in our audience, thank you for listening to Coming Out with Liz and Eddie at the Ultimate Appreciation Show. But all these statements that Eddie has read, I mean, it would be really an opportunity for you to go over it at your own convenience and really think about it and reflect on it. And that in and of itself will help raise that energy. You can see how it's working with you. So when you read a statement that he's made, like the first one, appreciation is absolutely healing to your emotions, sit with it, reflect on it, and feel it. Feel that energy within yourself. What does it do?
And ask better questions. A lot of times people will ask questions that their parents and their parents and their parents would ask growing up. And remember, if you were like me, you weren't allowed to ask questions. And because the answer was, because I said so. Now go back in your room and close the door. And it's like when you ask questions that are unfamiliar, meaning unlike the physical, emotional environment you grew up in.
Yes.
And you say things like, if appreciation is absolutely healing to my emotions, how many different ways can I explore practicing appreciation to get evidence that it does work? Find ways to ask yourself better questions, and not to be cheese bally or that sort of thing, but honestly, asking better questions about appreciation is going to expand your awareness and your consciousness so fast. Remember, appreciation is the fast track. Here's the question. When you appreciate something, does it get bigger or smaller?
Depending on what you want.
Oh my God, it's a good thing I'm telepathic.
No,
she was just with Denzel Washington, honey.
No, I think that, for everyone, and basically what I'm saying is that for everyone, it's different,
The question is,
yes.
When you appreciate something, does it get bigger or smaller?
Depending what you want. Yeah, to me, it's like, depending what you want. Is it become more expansive? Yes. If it bigger? Yeah. Yeah, you could say it's bigger, but if being bigger is not going to work for me and I want it to be smaller, does that make sense?
No.
Yeah, it does.
No, go ahead and elaborate.
Okay, let me elaborate.
You have my undivided attention.
Okay, because you're expanding the energy,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Okay, so when you're appreciating awareness. And your awareness. Okay. So yeah, maybe it's just verbiage. But to me, when I think of big and small, that is a quality of something. And so it may not necessarily be like what I want it to be. Maybe I want it to be more expansive. But for me, if something is so big, it's going to create some cognitive dissonance within myself, then I'm not going to like that. Does that make sense?
What subject are you focused on right now?
This appreciation.
No, what actual big item and small item are you picturing?
Oh, I'm not thinking of that.
Okay, because all of us were thinking you were thinking that.
No, I'm not thinking of that. I'm thinking of like energy and feelings, and I'm thinking of that. That's what I'm thinking of.
Okay. Well, then I feel terrible.
Stupid. Okay, so yes, bigger is better. Is that what you're...
No, no.
I'm not thinking that, Edward.
No, I'm saying whatever you appreciate, does it get bigger or does it get smaller?
Oh, it gets bigger.
100%. See, you went down a hole. You took us on a journey. She had a slip and slide. She had some Wesson oil. She had a twister plastic sheet spread out. Denzel walked in the room with a bottle of wine going bam, chicka, bam, bam, and some sexy silky shorts with some hearts on it.
I was thinking of energy expansion. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, is that what you call it now?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Energy expansion. And I was thinking not about in physicality, but in energy as it expands. Don't be looking at my hands. As it expands, and sometimes the reflection, for some people, when the energy begins to expand, they might feel some sort of discomfort. That's what I was thinking of. And so therefore, take your time with these statements if you're not used to it. That's really what I want to say. When you're not used to it, and just allow that discomfort to go through your body. Don't push it away, because that's part of the growth.
Yeah.
And so you can just allow it, stay with it, and eventually that energy will begin to expand even more. So we're saying the same thing, right?
We are now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll stop it.
Yeah, no. It's so perfect, because what you beautifully just brought attention to is when you start deliberately receiving appreciation and you start feeling the appreciation someone is giving you.
Yeah.
What you're going to feel at first is the old belief fighting with the new receivability. So givers are notorious for giving. When someone is appreciative of them, they have trouble letting in the high frequency of gratitude and appreciation, which appreciation is love.
Yeah.
Love. It is literally love. So when you are receiving that love from someone, it is fighting with the existing belief. And now your body, your energy, your mind, your solar plexus is making room for the new higher frequency, unfamiliar love, and trying to let go of the old belief, because now your awareness has grown. Every time your awareness grows, the old belief will start to hibernate as the new beliefs come in. The more aware you become in appreciation, the more expansive, which is what you were saying, and reframing you will do in your head, your heart, and your gut. Now, here's the rub. You can do that for a solid year. You could do it 68 seconds a day for a solid year and be so tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and aligned with pure appreciation frequency, which is love. When you stop the new pattern, when you stop the new practice, when you stop the new expanded way of being, within a matter of minutes, the old program will come back if you stay in the old mindset for longer than 68 seconds. Then you activate both, and then you get to choose, because you have free will. Am I going to go back up here where I left off, or am I going to go back down here?
Yeah, see, I look at it in a different way. It's like, it's the same thing. It's a matter of a cognitive dissonance that we feel within ourselves. So when you and when you put out energy, it doesn't just go away. It keeps going out. So this energy that you put out, that's, let's say, call it negative energy or whatever, but this new pattern, this old pattern is there. What you want to do is to break it down and reframe it so it now transcends and transforms itself. So this energy, like Eddie says, it hibernates, but for me, I don't use that word. It's like, I don't think it hibernates. I think what we need to do, we transform it and we recapture it and we give it back to ourselves in a more refined manner. And so that's what's happening here. So that's why when you sit with it, like a lot of people, when they begin meditation or they start channeling or they start doing something, you're hitting up against these old belief systems that you were taught as a child. And as you do it, the body you can feel the energy physically, and it begins to come up inside of you. And you're going like, no, I can't take this. I can't take this. And you just deeply breathe into it.
Right.
And that energy, what happens is it transforms itself until now, boom, it becomes expansive. It becomes the new pattern. It becomes its original form.
And remember,
you recapture that.
And life force energy is your breath. Your breath is your life force energy. So when you're feeling that stuck or those two combating components inside of you, when you breathe, listen, if breathing will bring a child into the world, I promise you it can elevate your consciousness just as easy, because you're giving constant birth to new aspects of your total personality.
Yeah, and we're gonna be doing a show in the future, I think, about meditation, and that will be amazing.
Yes, it will. She's going to let me know how that show goes. Because I'm so good at it. So here's something. I want to play the and avalanche, and then we want to give you 6 appreciation tools that can easily change your life. So like I said earlier, I love acronyms. Anything that's playful, childlike, simple to do that keeps my attention, I'm all about it. And I call this and avalanching.
What is it?
And avalanching.
I love that.
It's what I'm name my child, honey. And is an acronym for another new desire. And how many letters are in the word and?
3.
3. And what we have a habit of doing is talking about what we don't want and do want. What's bad and good. What's up, what's down, what's left, what's right, what's ebb, what's flow. And the more you do that, there's no movement in that way of thinking and that way of feeling or that kind of action.
Yeah.
When you focus on amazing new desires.
Okay, that's A and D again.
Yep, A and D. Then you want to create an avalanche of pure positive ands. For example, I love doing the podcast on the Ultimate Appreciation Show.
Yes.
And I like it because it feels good to talk about what we love to talk about. And the more I even talk about talking about it, the more happy I get. And the more energetic multiple orgasmic combustion points I can feel from my solar plexus megaphone. And I can feel the titillating fun stuff coming out of Liz's auric field. Okay. Now, those are more than...
Excuse me, Edward.
It's all
Sorry.
good. It's all good. That's more than 3 and phalanges.
It was my appreciation coming out.
It was the old.
It was the old pattern coming out.
Oh my God! I'd give you $1 if your head could spin around and pea soup would come out.
I know, right?
Because we're coming up on the anniversary of The Exorcist.
Are we really?
I don't know. So do an avalanche, which is an amazing new desire, another amazing new desire. 3 back to back, but feel it from your solar plexus.
Okay. I was thinking about the podcast, but
Something that you...
I love that I started writing again. Believe it. And the ideas that I have about writing, it has been coming fast and clear for the first time in a long time. And I'm very excited about it. And I know that the energy of that will bring some physical manifestation of an expression, ultimately the book that I had been wanting to write for a very long time.
There you go.
Right?
And how did it feel?
It felt amazing. Electrical.
So
it felt electrical.
Yeah, there you go. And she's trying to tell me it felt electrical.
It's electrical.
Okay. See, intuitively, I'm sensing it was electrical.
Sister.
So, and phalanching is another super simple way. The acronym is another new desire.
Yeah.
And the new desire is a way, one on top of the next, 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 to keep training your right brain and left brain, your heart, mind, and your gut brain all in unison to focus on what you do want for the sheer joy of it, so that you do what? Attract a better quality of life.
Now, we're going to have this on the website for our podcast, right? You're going to be sharing with us.
What am I sharing?
You're sharing the techniques for appreciation.
I just did, honey.
But you're going to share it so they can look, our readers our readers, our listeners. Sorry about that, because
still
we
back on the
read.
book you wrote.
I know, right? So our listeners can read it over and practice for themselves.
Yes, that's what I'm going to do.
You are.
I am.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to give you 6 appreciation tools. And these are 6 things in closing the show that we know for a fact can easily change your life. But child, you got to do them. You can't sit back and read them.
No,
and
you got to do it.
They ain't going to do themselves.
With authenticity.
They're not like me.
You're so bad. So the first one is count your blessings.
Okay. Why should you count your blessings?
Because if you're not aware of your blessings, then how can you appreciate them?
You can't.
Yeah, you can't. You have to be aware of them. You have to count them. And then ask from your solar plexus. So again, this has to do with authenticity, right?
Yeah. Well, and the solar plexus, what did you call it? The orgasm earlier? What was it?
Which one?
The organ.
Vortex. The organ.
Wait,
the
what did you call it?
I call it the energetic organ.
The energetic organ. Oh my God. Did I tell you about the time I was in high school and had to do an oral book report?
No.
And it was on
you did.
the wells of hell.
Yeah.
But I did not, I knew what an orgasm was. Hello, I was a teenager. But I didn't, I thought the word organism was the word orgasm. And I didn't know there was a difference.
Yeah.
So I had to do an oral book report in front of the speech and debate team's teacher.
Oh, Lord.
Mr. Schaefer. And
do you still have nightmares?
Oh, are you kidding me? I broke out in hives. I went to the guidance counselor and I said, Miss Kennedy, please, you cannot let me humiliate myself and stand in front of the people and give this book report. I will literally die. You have no idea I'll die. She coached me through it and then she sent me into the lion's den and I was terrified. The energy I sent forward
that's what it
to
was.
that day in the 10th grade changed the trajectory of my life from one that was happy for the next 20 years to it was horrifying. And so the title of the book I read, people were reading Romeo and Juliet and Great Expectations. And here mine was a toss up between The Seedling, about a poltergeist that took over a woman's body, and this other book called The Wells of Hell. And it was about a spaceship that crashed in the Virginia mountains.
Of course you would.
Of course.
Yeah.
And what happened was the aliens in the ship got out, but they died in the cold climate. And then when their bodies died, the tiny microscopic organisms that were in the aliens got into the drinking water.
Yeah.
And that's back when people used to have to haul buckets of water up from the woodland, use an outhouse and chop wood and go slap the hogs. My childhood. And every single time I would say, this was me. I am not exaggerating. This was me. And the tiny microscopic orgasms in the well water, and then the people were drinking the microscopic orgasms, and the orgasms were all in their body, and the class started laughing. They snickered, then giggled, then laughed, and then they were roarously laughing. And the louder they laughed, the more I talked past my hives and my Katharine Hepburn machine gun. It was horrifying.
I'm so sorry.
But anyway.
How
did I get off on that?
Yes.
Also, ask from the solar plexus.
Yes.
Because the solar plexus is the part of you the universe is saying yes to.
That's your power center.
Boom. It's self-esteem and self-confidence.
Yep.
And it is fight or flight. And Lord knows it destroyed my self-confidence and I couldn't leave the room.
The third one is say thank you to your cells.
Why?
Because once you appreciate your body, your cells, you actually, if you think about it, you're a cell of the earth.
That's right.
You're a cell of the universe. So that's what we are. So you appreciate all of this. You begin to, I want to say, amplify health, positivity, beauty,
I'm sorry, beauty?
Beauty.
What girl?
I'm sorry. You know how I get.
I know, bless.
Under the table.
Back in the South, bless her heart.
Exactly. Bless my heart. That's not a positive thing, okay? I have to say.
It is too.
I read that book on Southern expressions.
Oh, so you know. No, there's two bless her hearts.
Oh, okay.
Mine was right in the middle.
Oh, okay, thank you. Okay, I can accept that.
So
I accept it.
You're welcome. The other three, thank you. Please receive it in love.
I will. In love.
As it's intentioned.
Yes.
Okay. Handwrite thank you notes to the universe.
Oh, totally there with you.
See, I should have done that back in the 10th grade.
Yeah.
Send light and love forward to your future self.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason for that is you won't have horrible debacle things like I did in school. If you handwrite universe notes to the universe and then you send light and love to your future self.
Yeah.
The sixth one is send energetic appreciation to someone or something right now.
Yeah.
You feeling it?
I'm feeling it. Are you feeling it?
Can you hold on?
It's authentic.
It is.
It is.
You feel the tingle?
Electric.
She goes, electric.
Electric.
Okay, now I know why you only date outside of the United States. You're like, I feel it. It's electric. Wake me when you're done. Guess you'll be the only one having fun. That was from Vanity. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So, in wrapping up, you can play the And Avalanche game, which is another amazing new desire. And the more you play the game, the more you elevate your frequency into higher modes of appreciation. So we're going to do a quick recap of the 6 appreciation tools one more time.
Count your blessings. No. I was thinking about the play the Avalanche game. I'm thinking to myself, okay, when is Annie going to start that game? Count your blessings. Ask from your solar plexus. Say thank you to your cells.
Handwrite sincere thank you notes to the universe. Send light and love forward to your future self. Send energetic appreciation to someone or something right now and start playing with the energy of that. And remember these facts. Appreciation is absolutely healing to your emotions. It changes your body, your mind, and your spirit. It raises your vibration, your energetic, pure, positive vibration through the roof. It is also the sole tool that will change your life for the better. And it is the most emotionally powerful energy that us as humans have. It is a pure positive power. And remember the 17-second rule. Every 17 seconds that you feel good about anything purely, you are literally 2,000 physical action hours worth of labor expended closer to what you want to have more of in your life. And my last question for all of you out there, and my friend Liz, lovely, electrical, connected, effervescent, connected, aligned, beautimous, Liz is. When you appreciate something, does it get bigger or smaller?
I knew you were going to ask that. I just knew it. It's going to get bigger, Eddie.
That's exactly right. And remember to tag everything around you as frequently as you can. Why? Because it's Thanksgiving, appreciation, and gratitude, which sends soul signals forward from you, and it expands your auric field 12 to 15 feet.
If not more.
That's right. Listen, even your spirit guides and angels, even the ones that don't like you. There's some great guy, Charlie Ward, Dr. Charlie Ward. He says, Jesus loves you, even if you're a twat. And so even if you're a twat, but you're appreciating for longer than 17 to 68 seconds at a time, the universe is like, we've got a signal down here, and it's pulsating brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. I think her name is Liz. She's tagging everything around her. She's avalanching. She's trying to make something bigger, but she won't tell us what it is.
You're so bad.
Okay. So thanks for watching the Ultimate
Thank you for watching the Ultimate Appreciation Show.
I'm Liz Lyuk.
And I'm Eddie Connor.
And thank you for coming out with us. And our next show is...
is our next show, Edward.
This is our last one, honey.
No.
Oh, no, it's not.
No, it's not, sister.
Oh, Lord.
We're
Today
is
our last one.
No, we're going to be doing, our next show is The Healing Power of Kindness.
Okay.
And that's going to be something to listen to.
Okay. So thanks for watching Coming Out with Liz and Eddie.
Thank you.
I'm Eddie Connor.
And I'm Liz Layu.
And our next show is The Healing Power of Kindness. You're welcome.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
I love that, Edward. Don't you think that was fun?
I kept thinking this was the 12th one.
No, it's not. It's 9.
That is crazy.
It's the last one for the day.
For the day.